whose roots are alive and breathing. Baguio is known for its pine trees, the foundation of its entirety. Pine trees give us the impression of being inside a sanctuary, protected by what is most divine in this world. But like trees, the truth sprouted many heads. From cutting down trees to poisoning our very lifeline. Its services to our planet range from carbon storage to providing homes for countless species. Yet, we often treat trees as something disposable or an inconvenience in the way of human development. In the sound of machine rule, the trees fall silent.
I'm Alcina Dominic V. Flores, you could call me Nikki, and I was a former student of Baguio Pines Family Learning Center. A government official suddenly gave a surprise visit, asking BPFLC, this school rather, for help to help protect preserve the pine trees, because a few years ago during Macapagal Arroyo, the request came to the school, and the students who wrote letters during that time were deemed heroes. So it happened again, to which the principal gave attention to this entire school, and we wrote letters, and we ourselves took a trip to City Hall to give it to the mayor for him to sign in hopes that it would reach the president. The declining number of pine trees affect kids and people like me in a negative way. First off, oxygen. It's hard to breathe already. There's pollution, and it creates a rather bare environment. You can feel the heat, you can smell smoke, and there's nothing lush or tranquil to look into. So it affects us not only physically, but it also affects us psychologically. It's important for students like me to take part in such actions because we are the future. Whether we like it or not, our actions affect the coming years and the next generations. We affect the future. We are the future, even. To everyone, remember that this is our home. The trees are a vital part of us, from how we live to our childhood. I don't think you want to see a future wherein trees are such fairy tales or just the history. Trees are a vital part of us. Trees are almost our life. So keep them. To the government, the message I want to tell you is, please act. Please help us. You have heard our plea. You have the resources. You have the authority. You have the power. Act. Don't speak. Don't hide behind those televisions. And as Greta Thunberg said, we don't want to hear how inspirational we are. We need you to act.
I'm Attorney Yurena G. Diwas, and I am the new Assistant City Environment and Parks Management Officer of Baguio City. The news about that pine trees, we investigated that, and we found out that these pine trees, 45 all in all, were deliberately killed, okay, by boring. Okay. At the foot of these 45 pine trees, all of these 45 pine trees were bored at the foot, you know? And a white substance chemical is coming out from the hole. So it means that someone deliberately induced chemicals inside the pine trees. There is a loophole in the law, and we have to admit that. There is a loophole in the law. Why do they have to bore and inject chemical into the trees? Because it's an escape. It's a way to actually it's actually a way to escape liability. Because the law that protects the environment, particularly trees, PD 705, Presidential Decree 705, only punishes cutting, gathering, transporting of trees or of timber. It does not include killing it through chemicals. And the problem with punitive laws is that it should be expressly provided under the law. It should be expressly provided under the law. And when it is not provided, when it is excluded, when it is not stated in there, in the law, it means it is excluded. So they know that they will not be punished if they are going to kill the tree through chemicals. This is a world phenomenon because a lot, they discover that they can do this by boring, by how to escape liability, how to bend yung batas natin, no? That's why it should be a call to the Congress, no? To the Congress that it is high time to update the law, to amend yung PD 705. It include the modern ways, of killing these trees. We are fully aware of the environmental issues. But the thing is, are we willing to commit ourselves to protect the environment? That is the question. Because with all it's already part of educational system. It's all over the news. It's all over print media. It's everybody's advocacy, But the thing is, are we willing to commit ourselves to the protection of the environment? That is the question.
I'm Dr. Zenaida Bawanan. So I'm teaching here in the University of the Philippines, Baguio, in the Department of Biology, College of Science. We know that the pine trees can actually have a micro-regulatory effect, or it regulates our microclimate. So when we say microclimate, it refers to a small-scale climatic condition wherein if we have more trees, then it becomes cooler. And when there are lesser pine trees, they becomes warmer. And there are some problems that are associated with this. Like for example, you are familiar with the heat strokes. So sometimes it's also related to warm environments. And also, the trees are very important in purifying the air. And when we have lesser trees in our environment, then the trees or the pollutants in the air can actually cause some problems in the respiratory system, like those who are having some troubles in breathing, like asthmatic conditions. This can also be triggered by changes of our climate.
Our lives depend on the very existence of nature. Without trees, the resultant changes in food and water supply will be detrimental for our health. To do anything of great measure, we have to get involved. Because the reality is, the planet isn't in crisis. We are. The climate is changing. Why aren't you?